Good evening, folks. It's episode 20. That's right. 20. We have made it to episode 20. Thank you guys all for being here. Appreciate all the support over the weeks. Almost half a year. We missed 2 weeks, so it's 22 weeks. 52 weeks in the year. We're almost halfway. Every week we're bringing you the best football podcast in America. Anyways, let's get right into it. Let's meet our guests. Let's see who's on the show tonight. Let's see here. Coming in first, we got Mr. Highly Unconvinced. Welcome in, Highly. How you doing, man? Oh, hello. Uh-oh.
I'm so sorry. I was on mute. How are you guys
there we
doing?
go. Welcome in. How you doing, Highly?
Doing well, thanks. How are you?
Doing good. We got HoffSpur coming in. Hoff, how you doing, man?
Great. How are you?
Doing good. And as always, we have Mr. Milothe1st. Milo, how you doing?
Good evening. I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. And joining us on the audio line as well is Don. How you doing, Don? Oh, I lost you, Don.
Yo, can you hear me?
There he is.
Yep, there you are. I hear you now.
Word.
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Oh, doing good. What's up there, everybody? How y'all doing out there, man? Everybody good?
Doing good.
Nice,
Before we get started, let's take a look at the topics for this evening. We're going to be talking about Gareth Bale's latest transfer to MLS. We're going to be talking a little Neymar, just general Neymar talk. He's been linked with a couple moves. Obviously, we are in the summer, so we'll be talking a lot about transfer dealings. Done deals will go first, and then we'll talk a little bit about the Rumorville. We have as always, the open panel. This is a time for any topics you guys have to talk about in chat. Please bring them up, or anyone of our guests can bring up a topic as well. We have 2 games tonight. We have H.M.T.C.Y.N. It's back, folks. It's back, and it's better than ever. We have a fun test here. I think it's doable. A lot of you guys will know the player/manager we're going to be talking about. And a new fan favorite section is the interactive quiz. On your overlay, there's a place to activate the quiz kit. So on your screen, if you're on mobile, above chat, you can look above chat. There's a quiz kit button. You can click that. And also on the screen, if you're on PC, you can kind of hover kind of where Don's name is below Hoff's camera. You can click on that. We'll talk about our weeks and anything else we missed or things that are coming up this week. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, please check the description. We have all the links to all of our guests, all their Twitter's handles, and their YouTube and Twitch channels, everything. Make sure to follow them and check out their content. All right, without further ado, let's get into our first topic for the evening. We have a certain Gareth Bale transfer. Los Angeles Football Club has announced the signing of Wales international and former Spurs and Madrid player Gareth Bale. The 32-year-old Welshman joins LAFC shortly after lifting the Champions League trophy with Real Madrid and leading the Wales national team to their first World Cup since 1958. At LAFC, Bale will be joining Giorgio Chiellini and Carlos Vela in hopes of bringing LAFC their first MLS Cup. Hoff, what are your thoughts on Bale's move first, to MLS and to LAFC? What are you thinking about that?
I like it. I was a little surprised by it. Not as surprised I feel like I should have been. He doesn't want to go through preseason training. It's simple. I mean, he can stay in shape that he's in now, like maintain his level of shape for the World Cup. I would be shocked if he sees the end of this contract, because I think he's just gonna, after the World Cup, he's gonna say, I'm a full-time golfer now. Goodbye. But
A lot of good golf.
I think, yeah, in the time that he's in MLS, I think has he played a lot? I don't think during Madrid's run-in, he didn't play that much, did he?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So his match fitness definitely needs to be raised, but that should be simple enough.
Fair enough. Milo, what are your thoughts on Bale moving to MLS, moving to LAFC?
I mean, honestly, I'm a little happy for him to get out of Madrid. I feel like he's probably the most underappreciated player that ever played for them. At least, if not he's definitely high up on that list. Tommy Grease in the chat there says Real Madrid legend in his opinion. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. Obviously, I wasn't Bale's biggest fan. He came from Tottenham. He was a thorn in our side. I was happy when he left the Premier League. Phenomenal player. He'll be the best player in MLS as far as I can tell by a country mile, at least for the next 6 months. And I mean, he's 32 years old. He probably could have still done a job in the Prem, but I don't blame him. I don't know what the money's like for LA. Maybe one of you guys can enlighten me on that. But I mean, yeah, he'll tear up the MLS, and it got me thinking though, guys. And maybe we can save this for another show, Shobi, if you want to make it this down for one of the summer topics. Maybe what does it take to get the MLS to not become this graveyard for high-level European footballers? You know what I mean? Like, I've been thinking about that this week.
Sure, absolutely. Don, what are your thoughts on Gareth Bale? Any memories of Gareth Bale? I lost you, Don.
Yeah,
there you go. Sorry.
Me and Milo are like on the same page. Can you hear me?
I got you now. Yeah. Sorry.
Right. Me and Milo are like on the same page, man. I think that Gareth Bale is one of the more exceptional talents throughout the world, and I think that his presence does a lot for the MLS. And I'm like you, Milo. Like, I don't know what it's going to take for let's say gain some notoriety throughout the world, but I guess it's just them being an underdeveloped league, and a league that has a lot of young talent in it, because there's really not like a lot of old players in the MLS. With Gareth Bale's presence there now, it's gonna make everybody else have to raise their level of play, because when you come to play LA now, we got to go against Gareth Bale. We got to go against one of the best center backs for a time period there, and Giorgio Chiellini. His presence does a lot for the MLS overall, but I do think that they need more all-star names like Insigne and Bale himself, and even Chicharito when he was gaining notoriety. I think you need guys like that in your league in order for you to gain momentum. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely great. And Highly, what are your thoughts on Bale moving to MLS?
Yeah, I think it's a great move. I to echo the boys' sentiments, yeah, it's a great move, and that's exactly what you kind of need to start putting the MLS bit by bit more on the map. You saw, when Beckham came, when Ibrahimovic was there, Don mentioned Chicharito and Chiellini and all that. I think it's a good move. I think it's well perceived. I think he probably will make a decent amount of money. I don't know to Hoff's point if the numbers have been released or not, but there's money to be made there for sure, especially in an area like LA. Definitely, I'm going to want to see how he does. Listen, let's be honest, the MLS is not as challenging as, let's say, the Premier League or as La Liga might be. It's not as intense, which I think specifically for Bale is a good thing, because what has his problem really been throughout the past several years? Injury woes, right? That's really what's eaten at his career, what's made him go from... And I agree with Tommy. I do think Bale is, as soon as you score at least 100 goals as a forward for any club, in my opinion, that puts you in club legendary status. So it's unfortunate to see him leave Real Madrid because of the way that he's leaving. And it's not the first time that it's unceremonious, right? We saw when he was with Zidane, they had their issues there too. But no, overall, I think it's a move that really deserves to be applauded without an ounce of a doubt, and I think he'll do well. I really do.
Absolutely. Yeah, just a couple points about Gareth Bale's move. He's earning he was earning 35 million a year at Madrid. Now he's going to be earning around 1.5 million at LAFC. His first game could be on July 8th, which is the LA Derby, El Tráfico against LA Galaxy. And he's going to be classed. Maybe we could research a little bit more about MLS structure, but he's going to be classed as a regular squad player rather than a designated player.
Oh wow!
And Chiellini's the designated player for LAFC on 3.5 million, and Bale's earning 1.5 million. I did look up a couple things about the average salary per MLS player is around 375,000. So the whole designated player and MLS system is kind of fascinating. Yeah, maybe we could talk about it one week. Hoff, you're a big Columbus Crew fan, right? What are your thoughts on what are your thoughts on the structure? We can talk a little bit about what Milo's mentioning. How can MLS improve? Is this salary cap limiting MLS from kind of flourishing? What do you think?
Yes and no. I think it helps promote the game for young American players. So from like a homegrown standpoint, I think and young Canadian players for the Canadian clubs as well. I think it helps with that. But it also kind of limits like teams that want to spend money a little bit. I mean, they can find ways around it. There's so many loopholes in their rules. It's kind of silly, but I think, and that was the whole point of MLS when it started, was after the 94 World Cup. There was just this hype, and they wanted to get like the U.S. men's team, raise them up another level. It hasn't quite played out like that, but I think that was the goal then. I don't think that's the goal now. And I think they need to, there's some financial things that could change. They probably won't, because the owners have streams of income that they don't want to mess with. And I noticed Dovlek said in the chat, like, they have the money, but they don't have the revenue coming in. They did just get that new broadcasting deal with Apple, which I think is going to be huge. It gets rid of some of the blackouts and the dumb regional sports network stuff. If you follow baseball, there's a lot of issues with that. But it's good for the club. So hopefully that money kind of raises the level of play as well.
Absolutely. Guys, anyone else have anything to add before we head to see what chat's saying?
Yeah, I mean, Waleed asked me why I was laughing about El Tráfico. I just was curious, is that because of the heavy volume of traffic or because of drug trafficking?
It's the 405. LA traffic is horrible.
It's because of the traffic.
It might be the traffic. It might be the drug traffic.
I don't know. I was like, why is it called the El Tráfico? Like, so there's one thing holding the MLS back for me. And you know what it is? Artificial pitches, guys. Stop it.
Yeah.
It's played on grass. It's a game that should be played on grass in all weathers. Pack it in. I've had to play on these rubber pitches here in Vancouver, and it sucks balls.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
it does. So I was looking
Sorry,
at.
man, my bad. I was.
I was looking at some other average salaries. So, like I said, $375,000 average MLS salary. The championship in England, 420. This is 2015. 420,000. Netherlands, 450,000, and Mexico is about 420,000 as well. And the minimum salary is 53,000 in the MLS. So it's quite a range. I don't know what the minimum salary is in big clubs. Maybe for like a first year contract. I don't know what it is, but pretty interesting stuff. Let's head to the chat here. Italian, welcome in. Tommy Grease, welcome in as well. Let's see. Nani is the most fit 5-star in the MLS. What do you guys think about that? Who do you think is the best European to come to MLS and is still kind of being productive, or you still feel like they can contribute? Highly, anyone come to mind?
Ooh.
No, I wish you would have asked me to go last because I can't think of anybody off the top of my head, unfortunately. I will say this, obviously, when Ibrahimovic came in, it was really fascinating to watch him because he was scoring some worldies, right? Like, it was just, he was amazing. He was really, really amazing. And I'll add this. One of the things that Ibrahimovic did really well is he marketed the hell out of himself. He went on, I think it was Jimmy Kimmel and stuff like that. I wouldn't be surprised to see Gareth Bale do something like that. His salary at $1.5 million, I think that's just skimming the surface. I think eventually he'll have a few more deals coming his way, and he'll help put the MLS on the map by marketing through social media and talk shows and things like that. I wouldn't be surprised.
Absolutely. I'm gonna keep skimming through chat here. At one time, Bale looked younger than CR7. Let's see. MLS needed massive overhaul to be considered a world-class league. I completely agree there. Let's see. There's a rumor of the merger with the Mexican league. Hey, welcome in, Waleed. Welcome in. Yeah,
was your question about international players currently or just all time?
All time, or now, whichever.
Okay.
It's got to be Beckham then.
Beckham was a big impact.
He had more influence on and off the pitch than anyone else.
Yeah, and
there is somebody there's somebody we're not mentioning that we really should.
Giovinco had a good run.
Cartwheel loves him. Jermaine Defoe.
Oh, that's right. Toronto. Montreal. Montreal.
Also, Sean Wright Phillips was very successful in the MLS.
MLS was good. Phillips was good. Ibra was great. Let's see. Who else? Who else came? Gerard. Robbie Keane had an amazing
Yeah, Keane was good.
He was still starting for Ireland, I believe. Carlos.
Vela, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Didn't Thierry Henry play for
New York Red Bulls?
Yeah. And he went back to Arsenal there. Yeah. I think relegation promotion's a big thing though. That kind of breaks that whole salary cap, that whole structure, because I don't know. It's a tough...
I got goosebumps when you said that, Cut. Because he went back to Arsenal. I got goosebumps straight away.
I watched that game live. That was a good game.
So good, yeah.
He scored on he came on and scored, right?
Against Leeds in the FA Cup, yeah.
At home, yeah. Welcome in, Rifle Creed, Strange. Yeah. I don't know. Anything else you guys want to add about MLS before we move on? Anybody got a shout? Alrighty. Well, let's keep it moving. Who else just moved? Insigne just moved as well. So a couple of new moves.
Cucho Hernandez just came to Columbus.
Who did?
Cucho Hernandez from Watford.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Matuidi's over there in Orlando. Alrighty, let's keep it moving. Our next topic is Mr. Neymar. PSG is ready to... Reports are PSG is ready to let Neymar go. In the event of a satisfactory offer, the club will not oppose the Brazilian leaving. The new football advisor, Luis Campos, is allowing that move to go through if it happens. The rumors are Chelsea, Barcelona, even a Newcastle United. Don, what are your thoughts on Neymar and a possible move away from PSG?
Well, I think Neymar holds a big advantage due to the fact just for his name alone and his reputation.
Right.
Because when he really tries and he really wants to be an athlete and an impact player, he can do that. But I think recently, with his goal scoring frustrations and things off the pitch and everything, I think some of that has to play into it too. But the one thing I do like about Neymar is that wherever he goes, he's going to make an immediate impact anyway, because you're going to focus your attention on him because of his talent level. And it's kind of like that with like a few players in the league. and everything. So wherever Neymar goes, I think he can make a immediate impact. But it's just about where does he want to play and who's going to be willing to take him and roll the dice on him. So it's just, yeah, I think he'll make an impact. Just a matter of where he goes, man. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Highly, your thoughts on the Neymar situation and possible move?
Yeah, so just so everyone knows, Neymar is actually my favorite player.
Oh, nice.
Just because I love the skills, love the dribbling, love that kind of stuff. Hate the diving. Okay, we don't need to get into any of that stuff, but
we can talk about it.
I don't like that part of his game. That's what I don't like. You know, that's the bottom line. Like he sells it. He sells it. But I'll tell you something. I don't think, and you guys hear me. This is a recurring theme that I like to use a lot. I don't think he's fit, or he would be a good fit in the English league, in the Premier League, right? I don't see it happening. He likes to hold on to the ball. Again, kind of like Pogba, like we were talking about last week, likes to hold on to the ball, likes to dribble, likes to, be extra fancy with the footwork and all that kind of stuff. That doesn't really fly in the Premier League. Sometimes, yes, but not when that's the DNA of how you play, because you'll get slide tackled. And this is the kind of player who unfortunately has a tendency to put himself in situations where he puts himself at risk of injuring himself by taking on defenders who are way stronger than he is. He's not a big guy, right? So he has to be really mindful of that. My take is that he should go back to Barcelona. The problem is they have Fati there, who's playing off the left side, who, we know he had a pretty serious injury last season. Neymar should have never left Barcelona in the first place. That's what I think. Yeah. So I could see him playing well. He does decently in the French league, Ligue 1. I could see him playing well in La Liga. I could see him performing well also in the Italian league, but I don't see him doing well at the Premier League, except perhaps maybe with Newcastle as the man.
Okay.
A lot there. I kind of go along with what you're saying there. Milo, what are your thoughts on Neymar? It seemed to be a little bit of a disagreeing.
I mean, the skills, yes, I will concede that to Highly. I like that Highly admitted that the diving is a problem. For me, he's going to go down in history much like Arjen Robben did for me. A phenomenal player who ruined the way ruined watching him play with some of the antics for me. I think everywhere he goes, he's a brand, as that Tin May Not Be Tin said in chat. He's a brand first and a footballer second. And anywhere he goes, if he's not happy, it will be a disaster. And I think in the Premier League, I think after the honeymoon period, which I don't think would be that long, I think it would wear off fairly quick. If refereeing decisions don't go his way, which not all of them will, whereas now they do. Whether you like that or not, that's up to you, of course. But I wish the Premier League was more physical than it is now, and it's still the most physical in Europe. So I think it would be a disaster. I disagree that he'd be a fit for Newcastle. Not a fit. I get what you're saying. You're saying he would be the guy. I mean, I think if anything, he's shown he can't be a guy to lead a team into glory. I just don't think he's got that in him. It's Neymar first and the team second, and he's done nothing in his career to make me think otherwise. That's where I'm at. It sounds like I hate him, and I don't. I really don't. He's a really fun player to watch, but man, you could have been so much better. That's just what I think.
Yeah, I mean, he was kind of right on the cusp behind Messi and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And you felt that when he moved to PSG, he kind of gave up that, fighting with those two legends of the game. Hoff, what are your thoughts on Neymar?
Similar to Highly, I like watching him play. I don't like watching him roll around. Basically, I could see, and I don't know, I don't even know where he's linked to. I know every other day it's like, oh, PSG wants to keep him. PSG will sanction a sale. It changes every day. I could see him going to Juventus somehow. I don't know how it would work. I don't know what PSG's magical number is for him, but he just seems like a guy that could fit in that squad. I know that I think they just permanently got Chiesa in January or just recently. I forget which, but
Yeah.
I think if I could put him at any club, it would probably be at Juventus.
Yeah, I think the Italian league would kind of suit him, right? I think his style of play might fit nicely with the Italian league. He did, I believe, since he did not sign, I think there's an automatic 1-year trigger extension. Extension has been triggered at PSG, so he's on the books till next summer. And yeah, there's talk of a loan move, things like that. New technical director, or a football advisor, as it's called, coming into PSG. They're kind of shuffling things around. I do want to speak to the dribbling and diving thing. It's almost like he is. There are a few kind of individual characters in football now. You know, everything. It's such a team sport, right? Then you have your Ronaldos, you have your Messis, you have your Neymars. You know, like in that regard. I'm not saying he's on their level, but it feels like these individual players, you know, these individually brilliant players, are slowly being kind of ironed out of the game. Anyone have any thoughts about that type of thing, with the type of pace that the game's played at, the stamina that's required? It kind of takes away these paintbrush artists from the game a little bit.
I think we're just in between generational talent for me, because football has always produced these players that transcend everyone else. It always has. I can't personally remember that gap, because from my childhood, I mean, I'd have to go through it, but you go the end of Maradona's career into, the Ronaldinhos, and then into the Messi and the Ronaldo era, as you keep flowing. I don't know who that is now. We talked about that a few weeks ago. Like Haaland and Mbappe are considered the hottest prospects in European football. I don't know where that next one is, but I just think we're in a gap between it. At least that's how I feel, but you could be right. I mean, maybe the game's changed to a point, but yeah, I don't know.
Anyone else got any thoughts you'd like to add before I take a look at chat? We got a lot of trash. I see the trash a lot, in chat.
It's harsh. It's harsh. It's okay to be a good dribbler. It's desirable to be a good dribbler. I mean, you look at guys like you had Mane, who played for Liverpool. You obviously had Salah, and those are just some of the names that came, at the top of my head just because of the success that they've had in the Premier League. It's okay to be a good dribbler in the sense that you can get a little fancy with it, but as long as you're moving towards the goal. The problem with someone like Neymar, unfortunately, this paintbrush artist, as you so aptly called him, Cartwheel, is that he has a tendency to not just dribble forward, he kind of just holds on to the ball, and the problem is that attracts defenders, so it's very easy for him to get double teamed at that point, and that's where my real issue is. Yeah, and great.
Yeah. I think Milo mentioned as well in chat. We have Neymar is a brand, not a footballer, and it's just kind of the way the social media, your followers, it's like these types of things. They all contribute to your value to a club, which is a business, So, right?
Very true.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else do we got here? Neymar is trash. Yeah, I mean, he's a disagreeable player. He hasn't fulfilled his potential. That's an interesting one. I mean, yeah, I don't know.
Man, but I'm just saying, man. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, man. Go ahead.
All right, okay, right. So I'm just saying, like, when it comes to Neymar, bro, like, one-on-one, he's one of the he's like a big threat to score the soccer ball, man. If he's got you on the outside of the box, he wants to make a move towards the net, bro. There's nothing that you can do about it because he's so skilled at what he does or whatever. Like, I get what Milo's saying. I get what HighlyUnconvinced is saying, is that he likes to hold the ball. But I'm saying there's always the potential that he could want to get aggressive. And when he decides to get aggressive and he can run towards the basket, there's nothing you can do about it. So that's all I'm saying. I think he's a great player. I just think he has to want to be a great player, and he has to want to do it. So that's all I'm saying. I just don't think we should be sleep on him like that, because that man is talented. That's all I'm saying.
Absolutely.
All I was going to say was, at 30 years old, do you think that fulfilling potential is now an option? You know what I mean?
But I'm saying, but age is not an indication of that, though. LeBron James is 37,
True.
and look what LeBron James, he damn near won a scoring title last season.
He's a freak of nature, though, dude.
Exactly. He's one of the greatest, if not the greatest athlete of all time. You know,
We're talking about you're talking about the Incredible Hulk and Bruce Banner. They're two very different people.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying, though, man. It's just that I see him as a scoring threat, man. I think Neymar's always going to have that. He's always going to strike that fear in whoever's defending him, man. Because one move and he's by you, and you know that's what it is, man. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, interesting point in chat brought up. He's similar to Ronaldinho. I mean, I don't know how old Ronaldinho was when he went to when he left Barcelona and went to Milan, I believe it was. But it feels like that. You know, I don't want to stereotype or generalize too much, but you know, Adriano and then Ronaldinho, maybe a little bit of Robinho, Neymar. These guys that kind of work hard through their career, you know, breaking into Brazilian teams, big money moves to Europe, and then they have an amazing short spend career, and then they kind of I don't know what you call it at that point. Maybe it's just, you know, you relax. It's almost like you finish university, you know, you get a good job, you get the paycheck, and then, you know, then you just kind of live your life type of thing. Maybe you're not aspiring to keep climbing that mountain or something. But I thought that, great. A couple of people brought up Dino. I think Dovlek brought him up. I thought he kind of similar to that as well. Any closing thoughts, guys? Feel free to.
I'm good.
I think the word you were maybe looking for is complacency, right? When you make it and you get to that point, especially when you come from nothing, right? As a footballer, you grow up like relatively poor or very poor, and then you're one of the biggest names across the planet. Yeah, I could see how you could become a little complacent in that sense.
Yeah,
Not that I agree with it, but I can understand where it comes from, right?
I gotcha, yeah. And Neymar can change the MLS. Is that?
Yeah, I do think Ronaldinho did things that no other player could. So I feel like, I don't want to say he earned his rest, but like he literally, I mean, he's an absolute joy to watch. You could watch a highlight reel of him not scoring a single goal and you'd be like, this is amazing. You know, like there's not many players that could do that.
Fair enough. All right, well, let's keep it moving on. Let's talk about, it is summer. It is the summer transfer window. A lot of deals going on. Just this week, we had Sadio Mane moving to Bayern Munich. I think he's moved from 100 million, or it's not 100 million, 100,000 a week contract to 250,000. He's doing some great work in his home country with that money. We have Paul Pogba moving to Juventus on a free. Reports are, I mean, it's not completely official, but it's Fabrizio Romano confirmed Gabriel Jesus going to Arsenal. I know that's confirmed, I believe, actually.
Oh, nice.
Also, Arsenal picking up Vieira from Portugal. Lukaku has secured a loan. French young starlet Christopher Nkunku, who plays strikingly similar to Mbappe. I've watched him play I watched him play a full, you know, come on as a sub, no highlights type of thing, and he's very similar to Mbappe. He re-signed with Leipzig, and Calvin Phillips moving to it's Calvin or Kevin? I forget. Moving to Manchester City. Calvin, right? Don, I just listed a couple from the transfers so far.
Yeah.
Even past transfers. Any transfers you wanna comment on that I maybe missed?
Well, I want to talk about the Darwin Nunez, I think, because y'all know I said I was gonna get my scouting report together about him.
There you go, yeah.
And everything, and that's I told you last week that I was gonna do, you know, put my scouting report together because that's what I do. I think he's a great addition for Liverpool. I think he does a lot of what Mane does, maybe not as fast, but he's longer and his stride is longer than what Mane's is. So he's gonna be a threat running on the side of the pitch over there on the side that he plays on and everything. The one thing that I'm concerned about is this whole Lukaku thing, because if Lukaku keeps going back and forth from club to club like that, he hasn't really established any ground though, has he? He hasn't really like gotten his feet in the mud though, has he? He's really been like on and off, really been hot and cold and stuff. Like sometimes he'll come on and he'll do well for Chelsea, other times he won't play at all. So I'm kind of expecting the same thing when he goes back to Inter too. I think that's where he's going though, right? It's Inter. That's where he's rumored to be going. Yeah. So I think he'll be much more the same thing. I've always liked Lukaku because of his personality and how real he is, and you know him being the brother in the game and everything. But it's just you gotta get it together, man. You got all that talent like that. You're big like that. You're 6'2", 220, something like that. He's 215, 220. So he's got to want it, man. Got to want it.
Absolutely. Milo, thoughts on some done deals maybe for your club?
Yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with the Jesus signing. I mean, we all kind of knew it was going to happen, or we believed it would happen. I was thinking about this today. Like, there's a lot of fans that are like, "Oh, I don't know why you're so happy," and blah blah blah. We're like, we need a number 9. We've gone out and got one, a Premier League proven number 9, in my opinion. I think giving him that roll up top, it's either going to go really well or maybe it won't work. However, the club have at least, we're on the same page for once. We need this player. We've gone out and we've got him, and we've done it early. We've not waited until the end of August, which has driven me absolutely bonkers for years. Our transfer ineptitude. You've heard me talk about it many, many times.
Absolutely.
So I'm really, really happy with Jesus. The Fabio Vieira one, we touched upon that. I think last week I said he's one of the best players I've ever seen. I honestly, I got nothing, man. I got nothing. Let's just see how he plays.
Also, the goalkeeper for you guys.
Yeah.
American guy.
An American on board, right?
Turner.
This is it.
Turner.
So this will grow our American fan base by double, I assume.
Absolutely.
So I mean, from as far as Arsenal goes, that's it. Everything else, I mean, I think Calvin Phillips to City is a good move for him. If he gets the start, it'll be interesting to see what happens there, because there's a lot of competition for places, right?
Yeah, man.
Hoff, what are your feelings on the transfers so far? Maybe any new transfers this week you want to talk about, or?
I was going through the list on Sky Sports. I really liked, and I have a couple friends that are Newcastle fans. I really like Nick Pope to Newcastle for 10 million.
Yes.
That's a really good move for them and him. And they paid almost nothing. I was surprised when that happened. My one of my buddies texted me. He's like, "We got the Pope," and all the Catholic stuff started. But yeah, I really liked that. And I know we talked about it a little bit last week, how they're kind of like picking from their rivals, and it's that weird transition between getting the money and then getting a Man City like £1 billion team. But there's a lot of players that you go through to get to that goal, I guess. I mean, City still haven't won the Champions League, so I can't say that they've got their goal. They've won a bunch of Premier League titles, but that lack of a Champions League has got to be annoying, I guess, especially with the money they've spent to get that. I like Pope there. That's really that's really the only one that stood out to me this past week.
Okay, right on. Highly, any transfer you want to highlight?
Two of them actually. So Jesus to Arsenal. Milo, you were saying, hey, here's his opportunity to be, their number one guy at the top. I think what you'll come to appreciate about, I don't know how much you've watched him play. I've watched him play a little bit with Man City whenever he would actually play. It's good that he's getting this opportunity to be the starting striker. He likes to wander around a little bit too, so I think that's going to be really good for guys like Saka to really get more opportunities to showcase what they've got and feel like they someone like Saka to have like more responsibility at a club, which he definitely deserves, right? So I like Jesus for sure. He's used to playing in that league, so I think that's going to be great. Calvin Phillips, someone, and I can't take credit for this, but last week when we did the show, we talked about how that was a good rumor, and potentially somebody, I don't know if it was Milo or Hoff, said that he could be, or maybe Cart even, but someone said that he could be the perfect replacement for a guy like Fernandinho. Absolutely right. I read an article somewhere that said, oh, maybe Calvin Phillips could be the person who unlock Jack Grealish's potential. I don't see that personally. I think Jack Grealish is probably the most overrated player, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I like the Jesus signing for sure. I like Calvin Phillips over there. I didn't know about Nick Pope. I think that's great. Hey, why not? You know, bit by bit, Newcastle, they're adding, you know, a small piece here and there. That's just going to give them a little bit more of notoriety as the years progress. And, you know, with the new ownership, it'll be great to see what they can pull off in the next few years, even the next transfer window. I can't really speak to much else, honestly. I like the Bale move we mentioned earlier. Chiellini, he also went to LAFC. I think that's a good move as well. And there was somebody who we were talking about somebody earlier. It wasn't Neymar, but Lukaku. Don mentioned Lukaku.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Lukaku could be, you know, could end up in the MLS within the next year or two as well. Just putting that out there. I know it's unrelated, but I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, that'll be a big move because he'd be unstoppable in MLS. There's nobody out there that could compare with him in MLS. Period. Nobody.
Yeah, I think he would enjoy the MLS a lot. Milo, I just want to ask you about Saliba, William Saliba. He just recently got capped for France. And you guys are talking about moving him on. I'm just wondering if what are your feelings on Saliba? I haven't kept up with Saliba. I didn't really keep up with him too much when he started at Arsenal either. Do you think Arsenal will keep him or try to move him on, or use him for some cash? You've been linked with. Well, I mean, we'll get to rumors as well, but you've been linked with some other signings. But just about Saliba, anything you can about his situation?
I think for Saliba, for every headline that says we're looking at offloading, there's a headline saying that Arteta wants him to stay. So I think a lot of that could be media or agent driven. And I honestly have not heard the player say anything. You know what I mean? It's all been hearsay so far. So I would like him to come and fight for his place. I thought the White-Gabriel partnership was really coming on strong last season. I believe we had the third best defensive record in the Premier League. That is a massive improvement if you think about the years leading up to that, by the way. That is not to be sniffed at. I think we suffered the other end of the pitch. But that defensive improvement we're talking a massive defensive improvement despite where we finished, which, you know, whatever. If you think it's bad or not, it doesn't matter. It's a much better defense. So I think White and Gabriel, good partnership. I'd like Saliba to be in the mix. I think you need 3 quality centre-backs to challenge for trophies. And my hope is that he's up for that fight. And I'd be thrilled if he comes and plays as well as I've seen him play. I just don't think he was ready. I think Arteta didn't feel he was ready, and he sent him out to get football.
Absolutely, you know? Yeah. And you guys and I believe that Callum Chambers has moved on as well. He could be that extra CB slot kind of opens up there as well. Don, what are your thoughts on Sakator brought it up in chat, another Liverpool fan, on Divock Origi moving to AC Milan on a free?
Ooh, like I said, man, like I told you, maybe a week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you had mentioned.
I think Origi did his job, man. Especially in that game that he had against Barcelona in the Champions League competition that one year. I think Origi deserves that move, man. He said, I put in my work with this club. We did it. Sayonara. I'm about to go live out the rest of my soccer days playing for whatever team I want to. So I applaud Origi, man. Shout out to Divock Origi, man. You know what I'm saying? It's my hero, man. I love you, Origi, man.
Straight up. Absolutely. And Origi's move kind of ties into another point Sakator brought up, and I had mentioned on stream a couple of nights ago, is that with the World Cup coming up, in the winter, a lot of players want stability. They want their playing role so their national team scouts and national team coach can see them playing on a weekly basis. I think a couple signings we can talk about a little later, but what do you think the effect of the World Cup being in winter will do to the January market? Hoff, what are your thoughts on that?
Oh gosh, it's gonna be crazy because there's
think
always
so,
like after the World Cup, there's always like one or two players that have a great World Cup, and then just the biggest example I can think of right now is when Forlan went to Man United, and he obviously didn't live up to expectations. James Rodriguez is another one. There's always a couple guys that have a great like month, and then some big team like pays way too much for him, and then he underperforms. I hope that Tottenham is not involved in any of that. It wouldn't surprise me if something like that happened, but it's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. Just trying to think back to the last World Cup. Was it Patrick Schick? He moved after that to Leverkusen, I think, because he had that hat-trick game, that like midfield goal. I don't know if you guys, or was that the Euro? I'm getting confused.
That was the Euros.
Sorry, I'm getting confused. Yeah, that is. I remember James Rodriguez, right? Him going to Madrid. Yeah, that was a big one.
Harry Maguire. Yeah,
Harry Maguire. That was after, or was that after the World Cup?
2018.
Yeah, Mina's a good one.
I've blocked out so
too.
much, Let's see what chat's saying here. Botman to Newcastle. He was a Newcastle. He was a Milan target, right? Botman. Honestly, I don't know much about Botman, guys. You guys know much about Botman? I like the name though.
He was he was a pretty significant factor in Lille's title not last season, 2 seasons ago.
Gotcha.
But it's just a different squad pretty much this past year. Not squad, but different approach from them.
Shakir was the star of the last World Cup. Let's see. I think we've covered it all. I'm just checking out chat here if we got anything. Arteta not liking Torreira is strange. He's such a good player, but in loan banished land. Any thoughts on Torreira, Milo?
I honestly don't think he likes life in England. I just get that feel. I don't have anything to back that up. I just don't feel that he wants to be in England. I like him as a player, actually. I thought he's got bite in his game. I like to see that. But again, it's hard for me to be mad at Arteta, because if he feels a player's not going to work for him, his system, his team, his mentality, what he wants to build, he ships him off. And it's hard to be mad about that.
Yeah. I mean, we can kind of slide right into the rumors. We got a lot of. This is the time for rumors, isn't it? Raheem Sterling. I'm hearing now a package deal with Nathan Ake and Raheem Sterling to Manchester City. Obviously, my big one is Frankie De Jong. Zinedine De Jong. Still a rumor. But now Ronald Koeman is saying that he spoke to Frankie like 2 days ago, and Frankie says he wants to stay at Barcelona. 100%. Then obviously we have Rafinha to Arsenal, Barcelona as well. Apparently Arsenal are trying to price out Barcelona to his signature. Lewandowski as well. We have small rumors to Chelsea early on in the transfer window, but it's Barcelona seems to be the one. They've put a date on that. I think July 12th is the date Bayern is reporting for preseason, or he's reporting for preseason. I think since he had Polish national team duty, that's apparently the date for him. And Cristiano Ronaldo, rumors of him leaving, but I think he shut those down. I mean, look, if anybody wants Ronaldo and they're willing to pay for him, I mean, if he wants to go to Germany, fair enough. But
That's how we feel about Nicolas Pepe.
yeah, highly. Any rumors you wanna talk about, or anything you heard about, or
Yeah, you ready for this?
Go for it.
Apparently, in an attempt to sign Frankie de Jong, Manchester United offered Harry Maguire. Or no, excuse me. No, I'm dead serious. I read this. I read this on Twitter, naturally, right? Or apparently, I think Barcelona asked for Harry Maguire, and Manchester United were like, "Hell no, that's not happening. I will have to find it. I will tweet you, and I will show it to you because this was something that I read all morning, and I was like, this is impossible. There's no way they refused to let Harry Maguire walk, and there's no way Barcelona would want Harry Maguire. I mean, they could use the help on the defense, but." Seriously, something that I read. I don't know how serious it actually was, but yeah, if Ronaldo left, he could fit right into the mold of Robert Lewandowski. You know, if he went to Bayern Munich, he could just, could take Lewandowski out and Ronaldo would kill it. He would do well. He would be a target man over there, and he would really do well in the Bundesliga. It's not the most, when you compare it to, of course, the Premier League and everything, not the most demanding league necessarily to play in. And also, just a note on Pogba going back to Juventus, good move. I think we might have skipped over that in the last little bit, but no. Besides that, in terms of rumors. For Milo, I'd like to see Rafinha go to Arsenal. I don't know if it's still going to happen, but that would be really cool. And I think Antony coming to Manchester United could be really good as well. Apparently, that's been nipped in the bud. I'm not entirely sure, but it's been a relatively quiet transfer window, I would think, right?
Yeah, it has been kind of slow. I want like we mentioned at the end of the last segment. I wonder if the World Cup has something to do with that. Players not wanting to. I mean, most notable that I can remember is Louis van Gaal saying regarding Jurrien Timber that he doesn't want him to go to United because he wants him to keep playing and be ready for the World Cup at Ajax. Mm-hmm. So yeah, you never know what could have happened and what might happen in January. Don, any rumors? Any rumors surrounding Liverpool or anything come to mind?
Well, not really, man. I do got a question though.
Sure.
Like this question is like for everybody. Like, what do y'all think they're gonna do at Manchester City with Ilkay Gundogan and Calvin Phillips? Because I can't see Calvin Phillips starting over Ilkay Gundogan, man. Because Gundogan's been playing well for City and everything, over the past season and a half and everything. And I just want to know, what do y'all think they would do? Who would you start if you could start one of those two? Because I'm starting Gundogan personally, because I haven't seen Calvin Phillips make an impact really with Leeds for real. So, what do you do? I don't even know why they got him, to be honest with you. That's all I'm saying. I just wanted to ask that question. I don't know why they got him.
Is he more in contention with Rodri than Gundogan? I don't know. I feel like they're a little more similar than Gundogan and Phillips. I'm still keeping exactly the same.
Yeah, but I'm still keeping Rodri started over Calvin Phillips because I feel like Rodri is a better player than what Calvin Phillips is. So I'm just asking the question why do y'all think they got him if he's really not going to serve? I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm just saying when it comes to making an impact in the game, I think Rodri and Gundogan do more than that than what Calvin Phillips and someone else would do. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Gotcha. Yeah, fair enough. And I think the departure of Fernandinho gives that squad spot to Phillips. You never know. Who knows? Maybe Pep is going to switch to a double pivot instead of a single pivot now. I don't know. We'll see what Pep comes up with. The genius.
Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Milo, I lost track. Milo, any rumors to Arsenal that you're hoping? I hear Lisandro Martinez possibly.
Lisandro Martinez, interesting. But somebody commented earlier in the chat there. Sorry, I forget who, but they were saying why would we? I think it was NL BMF. If we were getting Saliba back, why would we be in the market for Martinez? It's a good question. Apparently, United are also in the race for that. I have two rumors I wanted to discuss. They're not really Arsenal related.
Sure.
One of them is a really interesting one, I thought. Fulham, newly promoted, obviously, looking to bring in Kevin Mbabu from Wolfsburg. Which
Right back, right?
I thought would be an interesting signing. Yeah, he's. I think he's quite a sought-after player, or one for the future, maybe. So I thought that was an interesting rumor today. And my favorite one is CR7 to Roma, Neymar to Man United.
Oh my! I heard the Roma one with the Jose connection. The Neymar to United is a little. Someone mentioned that today, actually. Yeah.
This is the rumor section.
Yeah, no,
It is
absolutely.
for the rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Mbabu's like kind of like I want to say he's like a FIFA 20, FIFA 22 star, like young star. You got to sign him type of guy. Also with Fulham, Andres Pereira is the United squaddy. The next Paul Scholes, Andres Pereira. He's linked with a move to Fulham. It's quite possible to happen. It's quite possible it's going to happen. So that'll be an interesting move to see him stay there as well. I'm curious to see if I think Scott Parker is leading Fulham right now, right? I believe he's the manager there.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Scott Parker. I like him as a decent player, kind of that holding mid. Anyways, guys, any thoughts on Kevin Mbabu? I mean, I haven't played with him. I don't have him in eFootball. Anyone have him in eFootball by any chance?
I have him. I've never used him.
Okay, yeah. I feel like I had him when I played FIFA for a brief, because he's pacey, right? He's super pacey.
Yeah.
He's pacey, and according to eFootball, he can play right back, left back, right mid, left mid, centre back, anywhere
Okay.
across that U shape at the back of the pitch.
Yeah, I think his physicality would definitely work in the Prem. Yeah. Hoff, any rumors going to Tottenham? Anything going on?
Today, I woke up to the glorious news links to not only Richarlison, those have been around for a while, but also Anthony Gordon. Yay! I'm not that excited about Anthony Gordon. But apparently Everton fans love him. I mean, when I've seen him play, he looks like he could be a good player. He just seems super raw right now, and he just kind of got thrown into the fire by Lampard. And Benitez was a little bit before. He was playing for Benitez a little bit, but he did okay. I mean, he's still got a ways to go, I think. But I would definitely take Richarlison. And I also saw Longley from Barcelona. Maybe on loan potentially. I'm not against that. We're definitely looking for a left center back in the back three, and I think if it was a loan, at least you sign him on loan because you want to sign someone else that is too expensive this year, next summer, or maybe in January after they have a great World Cup. Who knows? But
Yeah.
And there's been a lot of Gavardiol links from Leipzig as well, who is one of those guys that's really expensive right now. He might be a little cheaper in the summer. I don't know.
Yeah, Guardiola, another what's it called? Young star in eFootball land as well. Yeah, I'm just taking a look at chat here. Neymar to resign and become a Hollywood stuntman. Okay. Let's see here. Raheem Sterling. Let's talk a little Raheem Sterling. So there's rumors of Raheem Sterling and Nathan Ake from City, both to Chelsea. Raheem Sterling. We talked a bit about him last week. Do you think he could play that kind of wing back in the 4-3-4 in a Tuchel system? Do you think he could play that wing back role, or do you think he's more of a forward role? Because I could see him doing a job on the wing, because he's so, his pace is what I feel he's known for. Yeah, Don, what do you think about Sterling?
I think he could. I think he could do it like whatever whatever position you put him at, because of his speed and his quickness and his agility can get him there. It'll get him across the mark. But the package deal with him and Nathan Ake, like Nathan Ake is too young to be such a journeyman as he is now, because now he's at Bournemouth. He was at Bournemouth first, and then now he's at City, and then now rumors of him going to Chelsea, and he's so young to be doing that. You know what I mean? And it's just saying a lot about his productivity. But I do think you got to give him a chance to play too now, because it's kind of unfair for me to say that, because we really haven't seen him play and see now he's improved like technically and stuff. But I do think that you need to try to get some own field time and everything to show people that, hey, I can do this, and I'm not just at this club sitting there taking up a spot and stuff. So that's all I'm saying. But Nathan Ake, man, has been disappointment so far in his career. But as far as Sterling goes, I think Sterling can run up and down the wings all day, because he's conditioned enough to do so.
Yeah, I wonder if Ake is looking for a move after Fernandinho got the start over him in the Champions League at right back. You know, it was we're talking about breaking into the world Dutch World Cup squad. Ake's got to be looking for some game time. I'm not sure about this, right? But Rudiger's leaving Chelsea. Christensen's rumored to be leaving Chelsea. I believe Azpilicueta's leaving. I believe there's even rumors of Marcos Alonso leaving. So he could be getting some decent game time there, I believe. I don't know those guys for. I know first couple guys are leaving for sure, but I'm not sure about Marcos Alonso exactly. So if he's looking for game time and Champions League game time, he could get it there. Yeah. Let's see here. Christensen already a Barca player. Okay. NL is saying De Jong, Timber, Antony, and a defensive mid would be a great window for United. I couldn't agree more. Let's see. Ziyech to Milan. Oh yeah, okay. So Ziyech to Milan. Yeah, there were some movements out of Chelsea that were kind of probably fueling the Neymar rumors and now the Sterling rumors. Anything else you guys want to comment on? I mean, we're kind of heading into the open panel section. We can kind of just roll into that. Ronaldo can play in any team and be productive, not like others that do
I agree
nothing in the Uber Eats Farmers League. I wonder who said that.
Yeah, but that same Farmers League beat City that one year, didn't it? You know what I'm saying? So hey,
true.
It's all good, you know.
Alrighty, well let's get right into the open panel section. Chat, if you have any topics, guess if you have any topics. After this one, earlier in the chat, Tin brought up. He asked the question: which league has made the best deals so far? Which league has made the best deals so far? I'll get it started, so maybe you guys can think about it. Off the top of my head, I know who hasn't made the best deals. I think it's gotta be because Barca and Madrid are so big, and Barca's, they're in such a weird financial position right now, and Madrid missing out on Mbappe. I feel like Spain's got to be at the bottom of the list of the top 5 leagues. Portugal's always selling. That's their thing. Ajax is rumored to be selling a lot of equity in Ajax. But France retaining Mbappe has got to be a big move, and I think the Premier League is always. I can't see them. They have them until they're overflowing with quality. They're always going to have the top players coming into the league. And Highly, do you have an opinion on the best league so far that's doing the best business, maybe best transfers?
I'm tempted to lean towards the Serie A. Di Maria, Pogba at Juventus, Inter Milan bringing Lukaku back. Prominent signatures in my, or prominent signings, I should say. Who am I missing? I think there's one more relatively large signing.
Matic to Roma.
Matic to Roma.
Massive. Man, Mourinho loves that guy, doesn't he?
Yeah,
Holy
he does.
Yeah. Very serviceable though. Yeah, I would say Serie A off the top of my head. I was, Cart, when you were talking, I was tempted to say Bundesliga because of the Mane move, but I don't expect Mane to tear it up in the Bundesliga. I feel like we're going to see a bit of a lazier Mane. That's my opinion.
Interesting.
He won't have to try as hard, you know, so why would he? My opinion.
Milo, what league do you think is doing the best business so far?
I mean, it will sound biased because I'm English, but I think it has to be the Prem, because if we're saying Haaland and Mbappe are the top two talents in football, Haaland just went to the Premier League. So with that and some of the other moves that are happening, I would say the Prem. I think Serie A is up there though, for sure. I think Serie A, we've talked about it a few weeks ago at the conclusion of their championship. They're enjoying somewhat of a renaissance. Let's just hope that no match-fixing results come out of in 5 to 10 years' time. Because Serie A used to be the best, and then it may have we may have found out some things. But yeah, no, Premier League for me, Serie A close second.
Absolutely. Don, you got a top league you think has done the best business so far?
Oh, man, I really think it's just like based on necessity, from each of the leagues and everything, and what team needs what. If you go off names, then it's got to be the Premier League because of Erling Haaland coming to the Premier League, one of the young superstars, phenoms of the world, coming to your league and everything. But if you're talking about just business transactions and based on necessity to fill a spot in a position, then you got to say it's Serie A because, you got Pogba there, you've got Angel. I'm not sure if Angel Di Maria went to Serie A. Did he go to Serie A?
Yeah, he went to Juve.
Does anyone know?
Ronaldo did, yes. He went to
Okay,
Juventus.
Then you got Lukaku. So based on name and necessity, I'll say it's Serie A, man. But it's always going to be the Premier League, just based on their status and the notoriety that they have. So yeah, I think it's Serie A, man.
Absolutely. Hoff, round it off. What do you think?
I'm still going back and forth between the Premier League and Serie A, but I was refreshing my mind on the Bundesliga moves. There have been some pretty good moves. Bayern has done some good business. They got Gravenberch, they got Mazraoui, they got Mane, and as of now, they haven't let Lewandowski go. So that's good. Dortmund's got Schlotterbeck, Sula, Adeyemi. Götze's back in Germany at Eintracht. So there've been some pretty good signings on at least in the top, I would say the top tier of Germany. But still, I agree with Milo. I think it's England. With Serie A a close second.
Yeah. All right, we got a kind of a live question. Here we go. I'll make it a two-parter. Don, you're first here. On pizza, anchovies, are they okay on pizza? Yes or no?
Are we allowed to cuss on this show? I guess not.
Cuss.
Heck no. Heck no.
And what about pineapple?
Man, I will leave this. I will leave this broadcast if y'all say y'all like pineapple on pizza, because that is terrible. Pineapple on pizza? No.
We got a
no.
We got a double
bro,
no.
No.
We got a double no.
No. Hell no.
All right. Let's go with Hoff. Anchovies on pizza?
This is my blanket statement. You can put anything on pizza. I don't care.
Oh.
Eat your pizza how you want.
That's a yes. That's a double yes.
Ice cream.
There we go, Milo.
Hell no. What? Hell no. What is
Domino's used to have a
If you
pizza
can figure
ice
out
cream,
how to
ice
do
cream
it,
pizza.
do it.
Didn't Domino's used to have like a chocolate crust ice cream
Did
pizza?
they really? Only in America. That sounds like an American thing.
Yeah. Can we deep fry that? Yes, let's do it.
Anchovies on pizza, Milo?
No.
And what about pineapple?
Absolutely, yes. Pineapple on pizza. I love it.
Man, you are delirious, bro. You are delirious, bro. Call police on him, dog.
Anchovies, Highly?
So I will say this. I saw where the question came from, and I know why the question was asked, because I was kind of ripping into Andrew Fresh earlier because of that. Andrew's Italian, so I want to say hell no, because I'm not big on anchovies personally, or sardines or anything like that. But pineapple, hell yeah, man, bring it on.
So a no,
Yeah.
yes, no, yes.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm unfollowing both of y'all, bro.
Me and Highly are going out for pizza in Montreal, and we're gonna load it with pineapple.
Oh, dude. Oh yeah. Yeah. You come to Montreal, bro. I'll show you the best spots, guaranteed, my man.
No, man.
Let's a couple other topics. Soccer brought up a good one. The 5-sub rule has been reestablished. You know, it's been adopted for the next season after the COVID. And his question was, which team will adapt to use the 5-sub rule the most? What are you guys' thoughts? How about Milo? Why don't you take this one first?
Yeah, I mean, I answered it in chat as well, and I just said, for me, whoever has the most quality depth,
Exactly.
logically would be the answer. So somebody had said City. I think Cash said City. I'm inclined to agree with him. I think Liverpool. I mean, it all depends on depth. Yeah, like I just wish they'd change it, man. I wish they would do what we talked about and have two of them must be academy players. I just wish that was a thing.
That is a nice touch to that. I'll add to this. I do feel like it will, like in a City squad, Kevin De Bruyne is not coming off. You know, what I'm saying is like you can't really substitute. Like, there's like quality depth is one thing, but like, you know, these, like, I'll take Burnley for an example. They're not in the Prem anymore, but you know, they have these workhorses that, and all they do is just run and close down against the top teams, you know? And I feel like those players it's easier to have depth in that profile of player, a player that can just run their socks off. And now you're going to see players running their socks off for 60 minutes more than 90 minutes, right? It'll be a more compact duration of time. So I know the idea of, you know, having, you know, a massive, you know, a bench of quality players is going to do things, but sometimes you know, players settle into a game, you know, maybe they don't start well, you know, like maybe they you know, obviously bringing quality off the bench will help too, but I don't think it's going to be limited to those teams. I think these guys that have these high work rate teams, you know, just run your socks off. Do you want to know
a negative look at it? A negative look at it. Think of the extra time wasting that can happen now.
True.
Good point.
You mean like
I hate to be that guy, but
walking
slow
across
substitutions, walking across, you got 2 extra. It's just something that crossed my mind yesterday, and I was like, I'm such a pessimist. Maybe it's because I'm getting old. I don't know.
Is it still the 3 substitution windows that you have to make all 5?
I believe so.
With halftime included?
I believe
so. I guess 4 windows.
So I have to check on that. I don't remember exactly. Maybe
I gotta look into that then.
Because I know it was like that over the pandemic.
Anybody else want to hop in on this one? Highly, your thoughts on who's going to utilize those 5 subs?
Maybe this is my bias showing, but I think any club that has signed a new manager will probably want to experiment lot and see, you know, well, Ten Hag, for example, is the first name that comes to mind. Why? Because well, he wants to know what his team is made of. He wants to see who's going to perform. He wants to look at some of the young guns, especially from the academy that's been, dare I say, a little ordinary in terms of the graduates in recent years. You know, like it hasn't been great. And I'm not trying to insult the club. It's the club that I love the most, obviously. But so I would say probably even so I agreed with whoever said Manchester City. I agree with Milo's points about depth as well. But I think Manchester United, I expect them to do that and maybe have a few of the young guns surprise us like that. I always forget his name. I think he's Moroccan. The 19-year-old with the really, really curly hair.
Hannibal?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I could see him coming in like frequently.
Tunisian, I
so
think so.
Yeah. He's North African somewhere. So
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great point. That's a great point. New managers want to rotate their squad, see who's got what. That's a great point. Great point. Anyone else want to add to that? Maybe get to one more.
I guess I have a little bit of a question. I mean,
Sure.
not a little bit. It is a question. Are we gonna see more? And I know it's not gonna be apples to apples, but like more NBA style load management.
That's what I was. Yeah.
Not where guys aren't gonna start. Like, oh, we're going away to Fulham. We're not gonna bring Kevin De Bruyne, for example, but where you see like De Bruyne get subbed consistently if the game's in hand, like 60, 65, 70 minutes every time to give him more legs for the end of the season when the Champions League games are piling up, the FA Cup run in is piling up.
Right.
I'm just curious how if certain players, and he's getting older as well. I mean, Father Time's undefeated, so these guys aren't getting any younger. We'll see like the same guys getting subbed off, and I guess there's still a tactical element as well. But yeah, I agree with Milo. I really wish that there was some kind of requirement for academy players as part of that. I think they missed an opportunity with that, and they could still add it, but to start off, I think they missed a trick there.
Great point. Don, do you want to speak to the load management? I know you got a bit of a NBA background.
Yeah, but like all I'm saying, I'm not gonna stay long on it. It's just the fact that I agree with both Hoff and Milo. Like, I do think that it would be great if you did just throw the academy talent into the fire.
Sure,
but also during the season, if you got 5 subs, that says if we're up 3-0 over Nottingham Forest right now, it's 70 minutes to play. Chances are they're not coming back. Okay, let me put some of these younger guys on the pitch so they can dip their hands or their feet in the water and they can get out here and play and get some experience under their belt too. So I think the 5 sub is going to be a great thing. But I do think that they might have to put a time clock on how long the sub can be. You got to put some type of rule on that to say y'all got 30 seconds to make this sub, and this guy come on, or 30 seconds to make this sub. I think that'll curtail some of that a lollygagging, if you will, on the sidelines.
Sure.
Great use of the word lollygagging, Tom.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I was gonna say tomfoolery. All right.
I know it's time. I
Yeah,
just have one
go
more
for
thing
it.
to add.
Yeah.
And what it is on the positive side, I was also, as you guys were talking about all your different ideas, there's so many different variables and ways to look at this. Because I was also thinking, what if you're 1-0 down? You can change the entire offensive component of your team. If you wanted to in one go with 5 changes. Do you know what I mean? So it does open that possibility as well, and I do think that could be interesting. I don't think many managers will use it for that. I think they're more likely to spread it out. However, the option's there, and more options could be better. Yeah, I don't know. I was just thinking about it when you guys were talking.
Absolutely. Yeah, great points.
Yeah.
Great points by all around. Don, go ahead real quick. Sorry, I interrupted
No, I was
you.
gonna say that'd be crazy to see like 5 people come on the pitch at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like, damn. Like, what if it's a bargain sale?
You'd hate to be one of the 5 coming off, though. You'd be like, damn it, he doesn't like us.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, let's keep it moving right along here. For this next section, this is how many teams can you name? Our first game of the night. If you guys want to get a pen and paper together, I don't think Highly's played this game or Don's played this game. And chat, please don't put any answers in the chat yet.
No
wait till after.
Yeah,
no Googling, no nothing. The honor system here. Basically, we are going to select a player. I have selected a player, and you have to wager how many teams you can name that he has played for or managed. This week is Roberto Carlos. How many teams can you name that he has played for or managed? We are going to take Brazil off the list. So you cannot use Brazil. Outside of Brazil,
Damn.
there are 10. There are 10.
10. Okay.
10
What?
combined played for and managed.
Played for and managed, yes. There are overlaps
Yeah.
managed and played for. It's a bit tricky.
Mm.
You know, I let me see. Realistically, I would probably get 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. So that's where I'm at. But, you know, probably 3, you know, having seen... Actually, probably 2, to be honest. Let's be honest. Okay. Anyways, how many teams can you name? Chat, put your numbers in the chat. Numbers only, no team names. And there are some other great questions in the chat here. Danky, welcome in. Mordecai, welcome in as well. Great questions. We'll have to get to these next week's open panel. While the guests are, while they're brainstorming, guys, get ready for the next section. We have there's going to be interactive quiz. We have, I think, 7 questions. Above chat, there's a little quiz thing on mobile. Right, kind of below Milo, to the right of Don, there's a little thing you can click on to enable the on-screen overlay on Twitch. You're gonna click on the screen to play the game, and if you win the game, you get to select the slideshow that is on my stream for the next week. This week it was Messi scoring a header versus Manchester United. Messi, making chipping Madrid. I don't know. There was a bunch of Messi. It was a Messi fan, basically. Maybe a picture. I can't remember. Anyways, yeah, please do that. And also, if you're watching on YouTube, and also if you guys want to follow, the links are in chat. Please follow all our guests. Check out their socials. It's really nice to have everyone on. But with that, do I hear a first wager? Highly, do you have a wager for us?
Just so I understand the rules, I've been writing down teams.
Yes.
Okay.
Teams.
So what am I supposed to wager exactly?
So how many unique teams can you name that he's played for?
2.
And someone will try to outbid you.
2.
2. Okay.
And I'm not even sure about 1.
Okay. Done.
That's how it goes. Don't worry, Hiley.
Yeah, that's how it is. Don, do you have a wager on how many teams? Can you beat 2? Do we hear 3?
I'm like I don't know. I'm right there with Highly or whatever.
All right. Hey. I mean, I didn't pick Highly first on purpose or anything. It was just randomly. It's kind of an advantage.
I'm gonna say two.
Okay, so it's still Highly's still got the highest wager in that case. All right, how about Milo? How many teams do you think you can name? Can you beat 2?
I mean, I can do 3. I think I can do 3 for sure.
Okay, that's fine.
And I have the potential to go up a little more depending on what Hoff says.
Oh, little mind games.
Wait,
All right,
so
Hoff.
what's your wager? 3?
3 is the
3
wager.
is my wager for now. That's just tough luck because I was next.
Okay. I'll go 4.
Oh, we hear
man.
4.
Son of a bitch.
Can anyone beat 4? I think we're gonna go with 4. Anyone got 4?
I'll try 5.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, too rich for my blood.
5. Do we hear 6?
I mean, there's no way I could get 10.
I'm just 10's crazy. I'm just looking over my list. I'm checking my confidence. I'll go 6. Why not?
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
Damn.
Milo, do you got?
I'm on 5. Yeah, 5
Okay.
is my lot. 5 includes 2 guesses, so we're staying with 5.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Hoff,
All right.
let's hear the first one.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, correct. 1996 to 2007.
Inter Milan.
Inter Milan, also correct.
He was at Fenerbahce.
Fenerbahce, correct. After Madrid.
Brazilian Corinthians.
Corinthians, correct. That's 4. Very well. Very well
Wow.
done. Back up the tricky ones.
Palmeiras.
Palmeiras, also correct.
Damn it.
Ooh.
Didn't have that one. Well done.
Now this is for the win.
And the last time I played with him in FIFA, he was at Enzi in Russia.
That is
Yeah.
correct. He both played there and was a coach there.
Good
well
job.
done, Hoff. Well
Yeah,
done.
good job.
That's
Go
that's some
ahead.
beast stuff. He began his career, also his youth career is not listed here, at União São João in Brazil, 1991. He also played a couple other Turkish teams. He played for his Sivasspor, and Akhisarspor. And does anyone know where he finished his career, both playing and managing, looks like?
I think I do.
Do you?
Was he in I don't remember the city. He was in India.
Yeah, it's in India. It's in
I don't
India. It's in
remember the
Delhi.
team.
The Delhi Dynamos.
Delhi. Yep.
Well done, Hoff. Well done. Is
Yeah,
that a
well done,
HoffSpur
Hoff.
shirt, by the way?
Hell yeah.
Yo, that's
I
a
love this game, by the way.
that's a HoffSpur shirt, guys.
Good job,
I just
Hoff.
noticed that.
Well done, Hoff.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I had Inter Milan as a guess, and I literally was either going to say Milan or Inter, and I was like Italy, but yeah, there you go. Well done,
Alrighty.
man, well done.
Yeah, well played.
Now, moving on, guys, we have
Hell yeah.
our quiz. It's time for the quiz.
Gotta get
Yeah.
it.
Time for the quiz.
I'm refreshing the feed
Yeah,
Yep.
in
refresh
case
the
it makes a difference.
It might. I think I clicked mobile latency. Guys, get ready for the quiz. Let me see if I can turn the ads off for this. I don't really know how I can do that right now. I got to do that next time. Yeah, let's try to get into it. We'll give a little time for people to get set up, guys. There's 7 questions. I will give a clue here. Sevastopol moment of silence. I don't know what that. I don't know that reference. Yeah, let's get set up here, guys. The are you guys all set up? Those that can play. Yeah, it's working up there. Remember,
Yeah,
this
give him a minute or two.
this is something we learned from last week. The max score for one question is 20,000, I believe. And after 7 questions, the winning score was around 20,000. So incorrect answers you get penalized for. So if you first off, if you answer quickly, you get more points, or you lose more points. And if you don't answer, you don't lose any points. I'm assuming. So keep that in mind, and winner gets a slideshow on the stream for the next week, or till the next show. Yeah, it'll probably be a week.
I've got myself in all kinds of poses ready to go.
Yeah, hey,
all I have to do is
that
select
works.
the file.
It works. It works. And if you've won before, you can add to your existing playlist. So I think Stefan, Iran, and Bottle Job. They get it. All right, so we'll give another 30 seconds for people to get set up. We'll start at the 30-minute mark. Roberto Carlos, yeah, Fenerbahce. There was also that Alex was at Fenerbahce. Was he with him? I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't know
Both
if that was the
kind
same
of
time.
bald Brazilian,
Alex was there for forever, I feel like.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, we're observing
I
a
wonder
moment of
if Victor
silence.
Moses still there.
Oh, Victor Moses. I like Victor Moses.
Yeah, I wonder if he's still at Fenerbahce.
Who knows? He
probably still there.
could, he could still be on contract at Chelsea, being loaned out everywhere.
Yeah.
Alrighty, folks. It is that time. It's time for the quiz. This week's quiz, I tried to make it, as always, I tried to make it a little easier. But let's see how it goes. All right, here we go. First question. Which national team does Dusan Vlahovic represent? Which national team does Dusan Vlahovic represent? Lock in your answers. You get, I think, 25 seconds this week per question. you know, putting you under the time pressure.
I know the answer to this, so I'm not going to say nothing.
There we go. Alrighty.
Don't answer in the chat, that 10.
Oh yeah, don't answer in the chat, Tin. You got it. It's on screen.
Yeah.
It's on screen.
On screen, yeah.
Hey, welcome in, Maxi. Hola, hola. Thank you for the follows. It's on screen. You got to answer on screen. NL, it's on screen. You don't have to answer in chat. It's an interactive quiz on the screen you're looking at. You have to enable it in. Anyways, there we go. The correct answer is Serbia. I tricked one person.
Yep.
I tricked one person. That was my goal. All right. Next up. All right, it's sending the players. It takes a little second here. Please don't answer in chat. Please don't answer in chat. Nigeria? Yeah, maybe Nigeria. All right. No worries. It's on screen though. It's on screen. Waiting. All right, next question. Here we go. It's queued up. What is the current capacity of Sunseto? 80,000, 60,000, 70,000, 50,000. In 1938, it was 35,000. Just for a bit of,
Ooh.
what's it called? Perspective on where it may be now. What is the current capacity of Sunseto? Milan and Inter Milan's home stadium. Rumors of it being renovated, I believe, or something like that.
Oh, I think it's.
Let's see. All right, I'm gonna try to send the answer as soon as possible. I'm asking Boomer not to type in chat. Sorry. All right, our mobile users are getting their latency time. We might have to. Nah, whatever. We'll respect the mobile users. All right, the correct answer is 80,000. 80,000. I did not know it was that high.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
That's pretty big.
Yeah, it is.
Anyone here been to Sunseto?
Nope.
I was basically asking Milo. Milo, have you been to Sunseto?
I did not go to the Milan ties, and I wish that I had. I've been to many other stadiums, but unfortunately I did not make it to the San Siro.
Gotcha. All right, next question here is... I keep forgetting when I click up... Okay, here we go. What is Lionel Messi's middle name? Is it Lionel Andres, Daniel, Ruben, or Rodrigo Messi? What is his middle name? This is for the Messi fanboys in chat, you know? By chance, if you're a Messi fanboy, you might get points here. I'm expecting one person to get this. And he knows who he is. That's kind of a tough one, though. But he's pretty famous. You think that's a fair question, guest? I'm talking to guest. That's a pretty fair question. Okay, all right.
Definitely a fair question. Hell yeah, definitely.
I need to know I need to gauge my questions, guys. I've been accused of having very hard questions. NL, there's an on-screen overlay. The screen you're watching, are you watching on mobile or are you watching on PC? Anyways, next question. Let's keep it moving. Andres is the correct answer. Oh wow, a lot of people got that right.
Yep.
Holy shit.
I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. Yeah.
I did not know that. All right. There's an on-screen overlay, NL, somewhere on your screen. You have to activate it, man. On mobile. So if you look in chat, above chat, next to Hoff probably, there's a little button that says Quiz Kit above chat. You should click that somewhere. And then it'll enable this on-screen overlay. Look in above chat. It should, at least on iOS, it's above chat. I don't know where it is on the other one. All right, here we go. Next question. It's queued up. Who said, "I learned all about life with a ball at my feet"? Was it Lionel Messi, Neymar, Paul Scholes, or Ronaldinho? I learned all about life with a ball at my feet. I learned all about life with the ball.
I wish that was my quote today.
Milo's like, I know who it better not be.
By the way, that was the moment of silence before we started the quiz, so that people could get the on-screen overlay set. Anyway, the correct answer. We're waiting for players. Who do you guys think it is? Anyone have a guess?
Ronaldinho. I think it's Ronaldinho.
You think it's Ronaldinho? Anybody else?
Yeah.
Got a guess? Dino. Let's see. Could be Ronaldinho. Could be Paul Scholes. You never know. Correct answer is Ronaldinho. Oh wow, everyone got that. Jeez. Okay, that was too easy then, I guess. See, this is a gauge. But it's more fun, I think, when people get it right. You know, I think it's more fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, queuing up the next question. Come on, internet. I don't even think it's the internet. I think it's syncing up everybody's streams right now. So anyone who has any latency. All right, next question is... Oh, no, it's queuing up again. What city is next year's Champions League final scheduled to be played in? What city is next year's Champions League final scheduled to be played in? 2023. Champions League final. If you listened to some post-match interviews, you might have got this one after this year's Champions League final.
Oh yeah, I know, cuz
you got it. Yeah, you got
it. I know who you talking about. Said that. Yeah, I know what answer that is.
Book the hotel, exactly. Book the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what he said. Yep. Book the hotel. Yep.
Real quick, Klopp or Guardiola? Done.
It was Klopp, yo. Klopp. You already know, yeah.
No, it was Klopp. I'm just saying, between the two managers, who do you like more? Sorry.
Oh yeah, Klopp, easy. Klopp, I mean,
Easy.
Pep is greatness, but Klopp is, you know what I'm saying, my coach, man. So.
There it is. And the correct answer was Istanbul. There it is.
Hashtag. Yep, sure was.
Very nice, very nice. Pep is greatness. He is great. He's great.
Yeah.
He's great. Not in Kiev.
Yeah. He's a great mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's greatness. He's great. All right, next up we have... Who was the fastest player in the Premier League last season, clocking in at 36.7 kilometers per hour, about 22 miles per hour? Who is the fastest player in the Premier League this past season? Adama Traore, Antonio Rudiger, Ibrahima Konate, or Mohamed Salah? Who is the fastest player recorded this past season?
Well, I know who it better be.
Pep better than Weiner Klopp, he says. Harry Maguire.
No, he's bugging.
It's definitely Granit Xhaka.
Granit Xhaka.
100%.
I wonder who's the slowest player now. Maybe that'll be next week. Now
Maguire, probably.
Maybe Maguire. I mean, on-field player or something.
All right, clocks in. Clocks in at 11.5 miles per hour.
Hey,
You think he
Extreme,
gets
what's up,
double
man?
digits?
The correct answer is Antonio Rudiger. Only one person got that correct.
What? Rudiger's that fast?
He's been clocked in. He's clocked in at the fastest.
What?
He's been clocked in the fastest. Remember,
I would have thought it was Adama Traore because of that muscle.
Extreme. This question, I'm so glad you arrived right now because this question is meant for you, Extreme. Okay?
Uh-oh.
I believe you have the power to get this right. Okay? All right, ready? Here's the next question, guys. How many characters, including spaces, is in the phrase Pep Guardiola is a fraud? How many letters, how many characters, including spaces, is in the phrase Pep Guardiola is a fraud? How many characters? 22, 25, 23, 17, 18, 14, 17. Oh, that would happen really pretty quick.
Actually, I need to change it.
The timing was perfect, Extreme. Unbelievable.
I need to change it.
Unbelievable.
One.
That's a tough one, actually. Not a lot of time to count there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 24, man.
Okay.
That's just eyeballing it.
You gotta eyeball it. I mean, I didn't really think it through. At first, it was Pep is a fraud, but then I added his last name, and now, yeah, I should have just done Pep is a fraud. All right, the correct answer.
The wrong one.
The correct answer is, and this is the final question, by the way. The correct answer is 24. A lot of people got it right. Well done.
Hey.
All right, well, let's see who wins. Who's the winner? Who gets? Make sure. Okay. Okay, we'll see. Hopefully, it's not a contestant number 55 or something. Let's see. It's probably. I guarantee. It's probably going to be. It's just a phrase, Extreme. It doesn't mean it's true or not. It doesn't mean it's true. Oh, Highly with the dub. Wow, look at that, 84.
Nice. Hey.
Well done, Highly.
Good job, bro.
A lot of great
man.
scores.
Go,
A lot of great
man.
scores.
Yeah.
Well
Appreciate
done,
it.
guys.
I skipped the 2023 Champions League one, but I was eyeing Istanbul. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna answer that one.
Oh,
So-
very nice.
Yeah, I definitely played this more tactical card. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
There's a couple I didn't answer.
Yeah.
I've been positive.
Yeah. Me too.
Very nice. Very nice. Well, Highly, you get some pictures together of anything. Absolutely
Okay.
anything you'd like to.
How many?
3 pictures. 3 pictures.
3.
Preferably portrait. Preferably. That's the way they'll be the biggest. They'll be
I'll send you a picture of me after the stream, Highly.
Perfect.
And we got Iran Sports and Symphony, second and third. Hoff, contestant 21. Danky, Milo, Art, Walid, and a couple other contestants. Well done, guys. Well done. You missed the last one, Iran. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Oh, dang. The last one was big then,
Yeah, well,
I should have looked at the leaderboard before. Next time we'll look at the leaderboard for the last one. Alrighty. Well, that wraps up the interactive quiz. Congratulations to Highly. Let's move into our last couple topics of the week. As always, we have our weekly check-in. This is a time to kind of just talk about everyone's week. The best, the worst, a quote of the week. Let's start with the worst this time. We'll go one by one. Worst of the week. Doesn't even have to be personal. Could be something else. Let's start with Hoff. What was your low light of the week?
I'm trying to think how to word it. Not necessarily, because you know where I'm going. Not necessarily the decision itself, but just all of the division that the Supreme Court stuff is causing. I'll leave it at that.
Fair, yeah, that is a low light. I forgot about that. Don, you got a low light of the week?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
You got a low light of the week?
Low light of the week was that I accumulated 400 coins in eFootball, and I seen that they had Didier Drogba on the highlight thing. But see, I didn't realize it was a 1 in 150 chance that I would get him. So I landed a 60-something rated player, and I damn near threw my control at the fucking TV. Woo.
Oh, that
Anyway,
is a
bro,
bummer.
I didn't realize it was 1 in 150, man. I was like, man, y'all cheating with this, man. Like, get out of here.
It's bad odds.
Man,
Bad
cut it
odds.
out, dog.
Highly, low light of the week. Anything bummed you out?
Yeah, the consequences weren't too bad, but I don't like doing this. I was doing commentary for an MMA promotion on Saturday night, and I
nice.
showed up half an hour late.
Oh.
Yeah,
Missed the
not
missed the
proud.
opener.
Not proud. Yeah.
Okay. Milo? Anything?
You know what? It's been a good week, but the one low light will be the refereeing and the rebounds control of the goalkeepers in eFootball.
The refereeing. Okay, yeah. I resonate with
Dude,
that.
Thank you.
Last night was unreal. I somehow stayed in Div 3 despite a couple of games where I was playing against 15 men.
Yeah. We'll have to. I forgot to talk about eFootball. We'll have to add it to the open panel next week. Definitely a low light. Yeah, I'll piggyback on that eFootball on Saturday night. I was out of it. I was just like, I was in a bad form, and I kept playing, and it was just like everything was just going wrong. You know, it was just bad. Anyways, yeah, the referees, some of the collisions are just so frustrating, especially when you pull off a nice dribble, you know, and it's just nothing. It's just so frustrating. Very frustrating. All right, let's move on to some happy stuff. Highlight of the week.
Dive animation from the goalkeeper, too.
Yeah, the goalkeeper stuff is annoying as well. The goalkeeper stuff, definitely. Don, do you got a highlight of the week?
Yeah, it is.
You got a highlight for us? Something good happening? Actually,
Highlight.
Go for it. Yeah.
Wait.
Oh, I lost you, Don.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say maybe you should go last. I'm gonna have you go last for this one. You always got the good. You always got the good one. You always have the best.
I'll go
you
last.
go last.
I'll go last. Yeah.
All right, Hoff.
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 Go last.
Highlights.
Highlight of the week. Yeah.
So like 2 weeks ago, my son had his first birthday, but he's having a lot of like big milestones. He's like walking a lot, but he just went to the zoo for the first time today, and I thought that was really cool. He had a blast.
Nice. That's awesome. Highly, got a highlight for High?
Yeah. So, you know, like, because it's eFootball, that kind of like united us here. I got to Division 2 for the first time.
Hey.
So,
Well
yeah.
done.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Hey, congratulations, man.
Thanks.
Hell yeah.
It
I'm
is a
scared
grind.
to play.
It is
a grind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Milo, do you have a highlight? Of the
Yeah, it's easy for me, dude. The twins, they're
week? Oh yeah.
I just gotta look at their little faces, man, and that's it. Everything else disappears. So
That's awesome.
and also especially today because pretty sure Hannah had trapped some wind, so I got her legs and like did like bicycle kicks, like the exercise with him. Got things moving, and then my wife was changing her, and she did the biggest shit ever right after that. It was amazing. It was amazing.
That's great. Let's move on to some quotes and chat. Put your let's see other things. We got best moment for Extreme was signing 2 players in a week, Phillips and Ortega. Yeah, Ortega, the goalkeeper. I got one. Dropped my phone in a campfire Saturday drunkenly, then grabbed it with my bare hands. Oh wow,
Jeez.
that's exciting. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, guys, feel free to post it. Your highlights. Let's move on to quotes. Oh no, sorry, Don. You got a highlight of the week. Sorry.
No, I mean I don't have a highlight of the week, but I did like post for the eFootball thing, like where they're giving away 12,000 coins. And I did a curler with Paul Pogba from like 40 meters out, and it curled right into the left top corner, and I didn't even get suggested for it. So what I'm gonna do next time is I'm gonna record myself rolling for one of those legendary players and let people see me get a 63 rated player, so they can take that and shove it. So yeah, there's that.
All right. We got a quote of the week. Let's go with Hoff. You got a quote of the week for us?
I do.
Alrighty.
I guess I'll just read the quote. I thought psychologists were people who rob, figuratively of course, money from the insecure, but they are not. They are people who are there to help you, and if you find a good psychologist, they will allow you to talk about everything and open up without the slightest of fears, and that is no easy thing. And that is one of my favorite players, Gianluigi Buffon.
Oh wow. I'm not expecting
Nice.
Gianluigi Buffon there.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Was it in English? Or is it translated?
No, it was translated.
I bet it sounds. Yeah, okay. It sounds. It's a nice sentiment. I bet it sounds like,
Yeah.
something
It's a little choppy.
crazy in Italian. Anyways, Highly, do you have a quote for us?
Yeah, I don't know where it's from, but this is the one that stood out for me when I was, looking for them. The best way to predict the future is to create it.
It's big.
Heavy.
Deep.
Big. Deep.
Heavy.
I read this today. I'll just say this one. This is from Abraham Lincoln. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends?
Ooh.
Even deeper.
That's pretty wild. It just for some reason it just make your future, destroy your enemies by making them your friends. It just kind of reminded me of that. Pretty wild stuff. Put that in your pipe. And anyways, Don, do you have a quote for us or anything? Any word of inspiration?
Oh yeah. That's got some. Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you have a quote or anything you want to say? Maybe I'm coming in choppy.
I think Don's listening to the sound on the stream.
Oh, really? Okay. Anyways, Milo, do we have a dad joke this week?
You know what? It's kind of a quote / dad joke. It's baby related. Sorry to disappoint you, but basically, because we have baby fever in our house, this one is very poignant. If you and your wife or your significant other are thinking about having a baby, I want you to go and take a nap, take a nice long nap.
Easy.
When you wake up from that nap, if you enjoyed it, then don't have a baby. That's it.
That's real. That's
Very
real.
true. Sounds like that sounds like a great advice to anyone who's thinking about it.
Nice.
Absolutely. Alrighty.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, Donna, I think there was a bit of delay there with you for a second there. You hear? Can you hear me? Is Discord audio working for you, or are you maybe coming through the stream or
Hear
something?
me?
Yeah, I hear you right now. Okay, well, we're talking. Well, let's keep it moving. We got a little extra time, guys. About a little less than 9 minutes of extra time. A couple things coming up this week. We got Wimbledon has begun this week. Pretty exciting stuff. F1 22 is coming out soon, I believe, this week sometime. Big UFC this week. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, I'll be previewing F1 22 on stream either tomorrow, Wednesday, or Friday. I haven't decided which yet because I definitely want to put it through its paces in VR.
Okay.
But it is made by EA now, it's produced by EA, so I'm a little concerned about what they'll do to it. And I know that it's got some launch issues because some of the creators that have early access codes have been having massive issues. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, might take it.
Might take some time. I also I saw a bit of a playthrough on it. It kind of reminds me of the golf game, the way you can kind of buy. It's like you can buy stuff similar way. Anyways, it'll be interesting to see how people react to it. We have UFC coming up this weekend, big card. Highly, I know you're a big UFC guy. Adesanya is in action against Cannonier. Is Volkanovski as well in action? Or I don't remember exactly the card, but I'm going to be looking forward to that. First off, any content stuff coming up this week? Milo's playing. I know you're playing some eFootball on Thursday as well, Milo. And maybe this week
I want to test. I want to continue the Red Dead playthrough. I'm really enjoying that. Last time I played it through was when it was released. So I've been playing through that once to twice a week, but I've also got league racing to prepare for on ACC. So I did a test stream yesterday, just for about half an hour, 45 minutes, just to test audio video. I got everything fixed, so everything is running perfectly now. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that starts up. I know you enjoy the pint, Shobi. I've still got to get you in there one day.
Heck yeah.
Oh man,
We're gonna get you in that series.
It's daunting.
Dude.
It's daunting.
It is daunting, but it's got to happen. So for me, it'll be some Red Dead, some eFootball, and some sim racing of various kinds. That's going to be me for the next couple of weeks.
Right on.
Yeah.
Highly, what's coming up this week? Anything?
Yeah, content-wise, honestly, I don't know. I'm really enjoying streaming eFootball, and people seem to gravitate towards that bit by bit, so I'm going to keep doing that. I will say this. I don't know if you know this, Cart and Hoff and anybody else, but sometime last week, when I was in Division 3, I randomly matched with Milo, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard about this.
It ended in a 1-1 draw, which I thought was very, very fair. But I was like, as much as I'm smiling now, is as much as I was smiling then. I just couldn't believe it because I saw his name and I know he was streaming. So I hopped in his chat. I'm like, good luck, bro. And he was like, wait, are we playing each other? Then he looked up. He's like, oh shit, we are. So that was yeah. So that was really cool. It was like, I mean, like, what are the odds, right? He's at the other end of the country too, which is wild. But no, it's gonna be mostly eFootball. I'm looking to solidify a schedule as well. I usually do Monday nights for sure, once or twice on the weekend, and I try to do Thursday and Friday nights depending on what I have planned. But yeah, that's what I'll say with regards to that.
Man.
That Tin says he's played both you and I. Is that your tag on there? That Tin? Because I don't recognize the name. Sorry.
Don't tell him. Don't tell him.
Yo.
Just say it.
Hoff, anything coming up? I know you got a fantasy league preparing for.
Yeah, so actually I have my stream set up once again because I hadn't touched it for a while. And I'm still having some connection issues, but that's with my internet company.
Okay.
But I'm getting some eFootball going. I started getting the thumbs back in eFootball condition over the weekend. So I think I'm in like D6, D7, somewhere around there right now. Getting my way back up. And for the fantasy league, actually, I'll put the Discord in the chat. Fantasy Premier League, it's a dynasty league, so it's not just like one season where you get players and then you start over again, and it's not like traditional FPL where everyone could have Mo Salah as their captain. Like there's one, or I guess in this version there's 2 copies of each player, but they're individual to a team. You have them the whole year and beyond. So you can like build your squad. If you are like a Man United fan, I know I've used this example, and you like how Hannibal looks, you could draft him, and once he comes in, like starts playing regularly, you already have that guy on your team. So yeah, it's a long-term fantasy league. If you like NFL fantasy, baseball fantasy, it's kind of similar with that, but with the Premier League.
Nice.
Right on. Done. Anything you wanna plug coming up here for this week?
Yeah, I've got All-Star Saturday night going on with college basketball on my channel. Saturday night we have a 3-point contest on there, the dunk contest, and also the freshman and sophomore game as well, and everything. I'll be commentating it and stuff and everything. Milo knows because he's seen me do a basketball 101 one time where I talked about how guys got open on pick and roll and on drive and kick and stuff. So that's something that I do during my broadcast and everything as well. And also, if I could, I just want to take a minute to tell everybody out there that's watching that if you want something, you've got to go all out to have it, man, because it's not going to be easy when you want to change. And it's not easy. Like if it was easy, everybody would do it. But if you're serious, you'd go all out. And you've got to establish yourself and stand in the presence to say that I'm in control here, that I'm not going to let this get me down. I'm not going to let nothing destroy me, and that I'm coming back and I'm going to be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration to yourself that this is what you stand for, because you're standing up for your dreams. You're standing up for your peace of mind. You're standing up for your health. You got to take full responsibility for your life. But also in that same notion, you have to learn to accept where you are and the responsibility that you are going to take yourself where you want to go. because you got to decide in yourself that I'm going to live each day as if it were my last, and live your life with passion, with some drive, and decide that you're going to push yourself, because the last chapter to your life has not been written yet. And it doesn't matter about what happened yesterday. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is what are you going to do about it? Who are you going to become, and what do you see yourself tomorrow, and how can you affect somebody else to be great? That's what it's all about, man. That's really what it's all about.
Hallelujah.
Hell yeah.
Hallelujah. That was beautiful.
John, you remind me of David Goggins. You know who David Goggins is?
Yeah, y'all know who that is.
Goggins.
You remind me of him, bro.
Thank you, man.
Beautiful. I mean, I don't know a better way to wrap up the show. We're right on time. If you're watching on YouTube, please check out the description. All the links are in there. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you to my guests who joined us today.
Yes, sir.
Much appreciated. We have another guest in line to join us as well. So looking forward to that. Hopefully in the future that he'll be able to join us maybe next week, maybe the week after that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know a better way to wrap it up. Thank you, Highly, for joining. Hope you have a great evening. And Milo, get some good rest. Get some good sleep.
I was going to say, there won't be any good sleep, but thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. And thank you for having me as always, bro. Much appreciated.
Absolutely. And Hoff, please have a good week. We'll be in touch for next week. And Don, thank you as always, bro. That's why I wanted you to go last, by the way, in the quote section for what you just did. I appreciate it. There we go. There we go.
I get to preaching.
Alrighty, guys. Have a good night. Thank you very much for joining us.
Man. God bless you
guys. Cheers, guys. Thank you very much, Cart.
No problem.
See you guys.
It's the Monday Weekend Wrap Up. It's the Monday Weekend Wrap Up. It's the Monday